Great question. Absolutely nothing mean about it. And a lot of people have no idea. They have stuck in their head a specific product that they've maybe encountered in the past. Maybe a family member had it. And the older manufactured homes earned a bad name because, it was in the infancy of the product, and it was just kind of like the first try at it, okay? These days, the difference between like a site-built home and a manufactured home, is really closing the gap of differences, especially in something like this. Now, something like this, you're going to be up over $110, $120 per square foot, when a site-built home to this day in my area is nearing $300 per square foot. So that's a huge, huge difference. But walking around in a top-tier product like this and trying to identify the differences is extremely hard, especially whenever we deliver these homes and we install it on any foundation that the customer wishes. I'm kind of at a loss, okay? But there are more simple products, stuff that doesn't have this beautiful tape and texture, the vaulted ceilings, product that doesn't have a lot of options for customization. That's closer to something that people would recognize as a manufactured home and see the strips on the walls and stuff like that. So this really comes down to, you get what you pay for. But site-built homes are built on site. They're exposed to elements like theft, bad weather. We saw a bunch of homes that were still in the framing process, and when they had high winds come through a couple weeks ago, completely knocked down. So this home is assembled over a couple weeks, typically 6 to 8 weeks, in controlled condition by skilled labor that does a floor plan over and over in line, so it kind of minimizes any sort of mistakes. With a site-built home, you have all those elements. You also have people that when you go to build it, they're bidding for contractors, subcontractors, like your foundation, your electrical, your plumbing, your framing, the finish work. And so that's a bunch of different people that maybe did not build the one prior, so they're trying to save their money as they contract out. And again, you get what you pay for, and sometimes you get a limit of a contractor that's going to leave a house with a lot of structural issues. So those are the big differences. As far as financing, these homes qualify for FHA, VA, and conventional lending. These are not bought with just cash, just personal loans, or anything like that. Major banks have gotten in and offered mortgages due to their value, their resale value, the investment for the bank and for customers, because a lot of people forget it is not just the customer that has skin in the game whenever they purchase a home. It is also the bank. And contrary to what a lot of people say, they think, banks are bad, and we all hate banks, okay? I'm not going to be like, yay, banks. But that they are going to lend to you just so they can take their house back, which absolutely nobody wants this to happen. At any point that a bank actually lends you over $100,000, they want to see a return and not the return of the home. It's bad for everybody. Everybody loses like that. So, like I said, there's not a whole lot of differences. If you go with a product that's not as fancy as this, you can kind of see. But let me show you a little bit more of this house. This was just brought in not too long ago. This really, it's not a site built, but it's a real house, and it's just put where you want it. You could buy land with it. You can use your land as down payment, or purchase this home by itself and put it on your existing land. So let's take a look. So you already saw the outside of this home. It had 60-foot cedar and rebar porch that also had composite decking. It's a product that lasts forever. It really is the absolute best that you can use. And going through this kitchen, it's a totally customizable house. This has a rolled Formica edge, but this factory also does granite and higher tier materials. It has a beautiful subway tile, hardwood cabinets, a drawer over door configuration in the kitchen that is just outstanding. You can also see in here your 2x4s in the marriage line. You also have an OSB underneath the 1/2-inch rock. On the tape and texture, it's giving a lot of strength, because all homes settle, even site-built homes settle when you have this type of finish on a wall. So as the home may shift, you're going to see cracks in the wall, which is just typically covered up, sanded down, and just touched up and like new. That's something that happens on anything with a tape and textured product. This home has solid wood doors in it. That's an option you can get. Another thing is that whenever you're building one of these homes, if you wanted to shave off $20,000 off this home and you order it and get it in 6 weeks, you can do that. But it is very, very stunning and strikingly beautiful with all the upgrades that we decided to put in this home to offer our customers. We wanted you to be able to see everything you could possibly get. So 84-inch shower with real tile, and you have a water closet. Beautiful sink sitting on top of the countertops there. And then some spare bedrooms, nice tall ceilings, upflow vents. So you can see here, there's not a whole lot of difference. The biggest difference is that this home is made in 2 sections and then put together whenever it's permanently installed at its final location. So thank you for your comment. I hope I addressed that for the most part. These homes are considered real property now, just not personal property when placed on your private land. A lot of people just hear trailer manufactured home and imagine it goes straight to a community. I really only set about 2 of them in a community a year. Most people are purchasing it and putting it on their private property, on their family's property. They're purchasing land with the house. It needs to be a 1/4 acre or larger and have no restrictions against manufactured homes. The restrictions are due to like cities wanting homes to be built a certain way with their new construction that maybe for some reasons this doesn't match. A way to get around that and go with a prefab house and get it quick and custom is to go with a modular build. So that's something else you could do. So there's many options, many advantages. Mostly it's the time savings because you can get a custom home like this in 6 weeks and not have to wait 12 months for a site-built home to be built. And this is going to be more than half less per square foot for your nice home. So hopefully this reached plenty of you and kind of cleared up some stigma that these may have. But I think just about anybody would be very, very happy and proud of this house.